Well, good afternoon. My name is Pastor Brian Rawson. I'm the missions pastor at Riverbend Church. I'm out here today at Harvest Blessings Co-op, and we wanted to give you just a little bit of information and understanding of one of our key ministries at Harvest Blessings Co-op. It's called Harvest Blessings Food Pantry. Harvest Blessings Food Pantry. This is our ministry director for Harvest Blessings Food Pantry, and my bride, Carol Rawson. Thanks for being with us today, Carol.
Welcome to the mayhem and the fun of what's going on.
So, Carol, tell us a little bit about what Harvest Blessings does and who it serves.
Harvest Blessings is a food pantry that operates every Monday and Friday in South Austin and every Wednesday here in East Austin. Every week we serve over 1,100 families every week come and get wonderful, healthy, and just delicious food that would leave you going hungry. The people that we serve are just past the realm of just about everyone that you can think of. There's our elderly, there's our veterans, there's our homeless, there's small families, large families that are just what we call working poor and that are just looking for ways to give their families healthy and good food.
That's incredible, Carol. So Monday and Friday out in South Austin at our South Austin Neighborhood Development Center, Travis Heights Christian Outreach. And then out here, we're out at our what we call our Blessing Storehouse in East Austin on Wednesdays. We have availability on Wednesdays. And we're getting
moved
around here.
No, it's all good.
All right. So Carol, you talked about who you serve. What's the distribution? Where do you get your food for the food pantry?
Every year, this last year in just 2021, we had distributed over 2 million pounds of fresh, healthy, wonderful food to our community. The food comes from the Central Texas Food Bank. We are a platinum food pantry and get to a lot of great produce. It would be anything from, today we have oranges, lemons, tangelos, we have cabbage, we have potatoes, carrots, anything fresh and that's so good for you. We'll gather that from the Central Texas Food Bank, but of that 2 million pounds that we gather to distribute, we also actually rescue from over 14 stores here in the Central Texas area. That could be stores like Randall's, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, H-E-B, Walmart, Sam's, Costco, and the food that we get is just amazing. I know the individuals that come through the line are just always so pleased and so happy because not only do they get fruit and vegetables, but they get protein, meat, chicken, fish, and just good healthy food that helps to feed their family. Every family that comes through our distribution line, whether it be in South Austin or East Austin, gets about 60 pounds of food, which is enough to feed a family of 4. And just such a blessing to the community for us to be able to do this.
You know, Carol, there's a lot of activity going on in here today. In a moment, we're going to go out and see how we distribute the food and talk a little bit about our volunteers. Tell me what's going on in here.
We have a great group here today. All of our volunteers, we had, just last year in 2021, we had 4,000 volunteer shifts that were filled, which is incredible because really this couldn't be done without the hands. And we always say these are the hands and the feet of Jesus. But today, what they're doing is the food comes in, we pick it up from the Central Texas Food Bank on an 18-wheeler. Today we picked up over 15,000 pounds of food. It never comes bagged. I always say it comes on the wings of angels, but it also comes through the hands of servants. We come in bulk, and all of this fresh and wonderful food has to be bagged so that we can get it into those individuals' cars. So not only are we bagging fruit and vegetables along with this, on the other side we're actually bagging non-perishables, which would be canned fruit and vegetables, powdered milk. And so all of these things, all of these bags that these volunteers are putting together are all going to end up in the back of somebody's car today. And by 5 o'clock, all of this food's going to be gone. And all it's going to be home with one of our friends from our community. So another interesting piece that we want to talk about, because I know we always talk about the drive-through. We have a drive-through operation, but our heart always said, what happens to an individual that doesn't have a car? And there's a lot of people that don't have a car. If we look in East Austin, just behind our church, there's apartments of people that don't have a vehicle. So we now have a walk-up operations on the far side. We're putting together boxes that are 50 to 60 pounds of the same fruit, vegetables, and everything, all the blessings that are put into boxes so those individuals can walk up and take it home.
And Carol, those boxes are available to the homeless walk-ups
yes,
as well.
absolutely.
Or really anybody that uses public transportation.
Exactly.
They can drop them off, they can walk up, and we'll take care of them at both locations. Well, I'll tell you what, here in just a few minutes, let's walk outside and show these good folks
We will.
what our distribution looks like. All right? Amen.
Good.